We're going to go coin by coin through everything that we're selling, but these are the 14 free Morgan Silver dollars that will be given away to people with free shipping on the Whatnot sale this Wednesday, June 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have an early bird starting at 7, and it'll go for a long time. Really excited to see you there. Let me explain with my face, sort of an intro, and then we'll get into all of these coins. Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and I cannot be more excited about this Wednesday night where I'm going to be continuing to sell off my collection, except this is going to be a way bigger sale than the first one. I want to show you in today's video sort of like an auction lot preview or lot viewing. All of these are silver dollars, whether it's silver eagles, Morgans, Peace. There's also some classic commemorative halves in there. And again, I'm moving to Texas, which I'm super excited about, but all of this stuff has to go. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what happened at the auction, but we had some stuff that was bid way up. We also had, coins that were bought for $150, going for 60 or 70 because certain people recognized stuff that was rare that other people didn't pick up on. So there were also a few Walking Liberty halves that sold for like $7. But if you're signing up for the first time, I have a link right here that will give you $10 credit on your first purchase. Shipping that doesn't go towards the shipping, but that meant that people got like a walker for $4 because everything starts at $1. I'm not starting with high first bid prices. I feel like it's sort of a reward for some people who I've noticed in some of the past sales have sort of hung around, not always bidding on the crazy stuff, but getting all of the low dollar items that people don't recognize, or like a $30 Morgan dollar here, a $9 Walking Liberty half dollar there, and that can add up. And then the other thing is that we're going to be giving away 14 Morgan Silver dollars at this sale, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's actually going to start early bird start at about 7 p.m. Just to give people an opportunity maybe for some of my lower dollar items, because I'm really trying to clear out everything I have. But then there's also some bigger waves of stuff. And again, I'm going to walk you through all of this. Here's a cool note, $100 bill from the Confederate States of America that we're selling. We got some nice Morgan dollars, this Mint State 64, 264 Morgan dollars, some PCI Morgan dollars that actually look pretty nice. We got shipwreck stuff, we got ancient coins, some ancient silver denarii. I've got a bunch of world stuff. The grab bags were interesting. I sold a few and they sold for like $30–40. I looked inside, there were some very valuable coins. I'm going to do grab bags a little bit differently this sale, but let's get into all the items that I have. Remember, use my link if you haven't signed up already. Then it's going to be a long time before I do another one of these sales because I'm going to Texas, but then we'll get right back after it, sort of in that August time frame. So last chance, again, I'm moving, clearing out a lot of my inventory, and we're going to be doing it in a mega sale on Whatnot coming up soon. So there's definitely a few things to address. The world coin stuff is something I'll be explaining, but really excited for how we'll be auctioning that off. I want to start with some of the bigger items, and not that these aren't the bigger items. There's a lot of pretty valuable stuff in here, but this is tons of Morgans, tons of Civil War tokens, older Barbers, Peace, Silver Eagles. We have varieties, we have error coins, we have whether they're Feva Stanton, Cherry Pickers Guide stuff. We've got some Rolls Barber half dollars, silver Walking Liberty half dollars. We've got some really interesting type coinage. We have like a half cent. We have a few half dimes, some 3-cent coins, just lots and lots of things. So we're going to get into that in a moment. One thing I'm excited about is I've had these for a while. I figured I could auction some of them, like that's first year. And a lot of people were asking for certain years of Eagles, but there we have 1994, 2000. And these sort of is like a date run. So one thing that's fun is that you can actually see a list of everything that I'm selling, and I'll be adding to that because like not all of the world stuff is uploaded yet. But during the sale, you can ask me to go auction something off if you want to bid on it, and then you get to compete against other people to see what happens. But let's go. We'll start with some of the slab coins. I'm just gonna, like this is not actually a Mint State 65 coin. There's a little hit on it, but we'll start with the slab coins, then we'll go through some of the more interesting U.S. material, and then I'll also be recapping a little bit more about the sales as they happened. And it's sort of a unique structure. I'm still sort of figuring out like how formal of a sale these are going to be, but this is a PCI Morgan dollar, and I'm not going to show every coin super in depth and detail, but these, the grades, you should not be as confident in them. Often there are some problem coins or, PCI coins, the grades don't really matter on them. I'm going to try to sell a lot of the bigger stuff sort of starting at like 8:10 to 9 p.m. or so. But there's also, I'm going to splash in, and there's like a ton of valuable stuff. It's really like I just need to downsize, refocus my collecting, have bought things over time. Here's a more of a blast white Morgan silver dollar, PCGS graded mint state 64. I did have some coins. They sold well in the sale. If you want a proof 70 deep cameo, Indiana maybe will be a little specific, but I have a dime, a coin that's been graded as perfect from PCGS, had this interesting sort of nice modern quarter, just not going to be a high dollar item. This one went for pretty cheap, only like $50 in the last sale. I had one more that I wanted to auction off, but have sold some of those like $90, $100 in the past. Wanted to try out a little bit of paper currency, 1934, and this is the funny back, so it's not the 1935 and 1957 more normal silver certificates, as well as this really cool Confederate $100 bill from 1862. They would bear interest at like $7.30 a year. You can see that they were redeemed in Charleston 1864, 1865. They would literally just stamp the note. We have one El Cazador shipwreck token, or half real Spanish colonial, and it looks like you see the date is visible, 1783 on there. Then we'll have these 20 American Silver Eagles with the gold, sort of like a fun gift, I think. I don't know if it's actual gold that's been used to plate it or just gold coloring, but some uncommon years or like, not as easy to access years are going to be represented there. Let's go for it and just not rifle through, but I also don't want to spend a ton of time, so we'll have some modern commemorative, Korea. We got an Olympics from 1984, two of the Constitution. Those are, 90% silver. And then we have, everything from like, this is a group of culls, but they're 6 2-cent pieces with dates. I always think it's kind of more important to make sure that they have the dates on them just so that they're much more collectible. And I have no idea what we're going to look at. So 1865 2-cent. And you can request this stuff, again, 1943 S, I think, Mercury dime. During the sale, for me to bring something up. That one has some cool toning on it. And definitely, some of the stuff was selling really cheap. Others of it was getting bid up strongly. So it's all like, if you're active and bidding, some people walked away with some really nice snags. That's the only Roosevelt dime I think I'm selling alone. I'm also, one thing, that's sort of a nice type coin, 1929 Standing Liberty. I'm also selling, like, in one big lot, a bunch of 1922 peace dollar, like Buffalo nickels, like all this stuff, 1923. I think one of these that's actually pretty clean. A little hit on the face, but 1923p. All of the, like, again, Buffalo nickels. I think that there was some Indian head cents that I had laying around. This one's 1924. Just I'm trying to think, a bunch of wheat pennies, just random world coins. I'm going to do one huge lot, probably at like 10 p.m. or so, or maybe it'll be like 9 p.m. I'm not exactly sure. Haven't gotten those details ironed out, but, so that it sort of saves me, it'll just be one like larger shipment, because one of the nice things, I've been selling more like single coins, because it's just a lot easier to pack and ship. But this one, 1862, and that's the other thing. So with the world coin grab bags, 1743 for Maravedis, and let's see. Okay, so Civil War token, Our Country. That one's sort of cool. Hold though, but GC Porter for your dry goods. Those were used in Meadville, New York, to compensate for the shortage of small change then. So there's just tons and tons of items here. A bunch of 2-cent coins. What was I saying? Oh yeah, with world coins, I decided instead of doing the grab bags, I realized some people overpaid for really nice coins, or for like not that nice coins, and then other people paid way too little, and then like I sold some stuff really cheap. So I'm going to go back through all of the grab bags over here and make like mini lots. So if it's a really nice coin, it'll probably be alone, but I'll make mini lots of like 5 to 10 coins, try to include some silver in with each lot, and then you can sort of see what piques your interest. If there's something that would just be fun to add to your collection, there's a with raised shield cent, or shield nickel, 1869. Yeah, if something's like really interesting, 1876, then you can bid on it, and maybe it'll also be some of that will go cheap. Here's 4 silver dimes, like not extreme uncirculated, but that one sort of has some nice fiery toning up top, and just like little things where people can add to their collection. So you got a bunch of Barber half dollars, 1894s. That's not bad. Yeah, a lot of Barber half dollars. There's some in rolls. Like one of the things I auctioned, you know, the fees, standard whatnot fees are like 11%. If you're interested in selling, by the way, definitely get in touch with me. I can get you a link where you'll have an expedited approval process if they do approve you, but you'll get a closer look, and then you'll get some credit as well, and when you go through my link. So that I'll have that posted in the description. But it's been a fun selling process on Whatnot. Definitely would recommend checking it out, and certainly would recommend, again, going through my link. We can also talk about some strategies about how to best use the platform, what's been working well, and some of what hasn't. Because again, like, yeah, the barbers, I sold like 10 for like $117, and lost money on that. But then there were some other individual barber halves. There's one that sold for like $40. You know, it had nice eye appeal, but I thought it was more like a $25, $30 coin. So, you know, it all depends on, like, also, do the collectors need the specific date and mint mark for their collection? Or, you know, actually, now that I think of it, that coin was actually pretty nice. And then, remember the $10 credit that I'm mentioning? And I said this earlier in the video, but is only if it's your first time signing up, and you have to go through my actual link to have access to that. So I think that there's some more barbers. Let's see. I'll get this big group of coins, but if these are all going to be more barbers, let me just check. And a few Walking Liberty half dollars. Actually, I can show some of the walkers. There's like a few non-standard dates, like 1918. I didn't just do like regular Walking Liberty. I think that was like 28S, and it looked decent to me. 1933S, so like not the most common dates there, I guess. And then I think this was a different coin. Oh yeah, like a nice Franklin BU, sort of a type coin. We also have, this is like a railroad rim. There's not going to be tons and tons of errors, but there will be some, and you can request that. Here is a reverse lamination error, 5 cents, war nickel. This one, here's a sweet coin, siege coin, 1708 20 sol from a battle, I think it was between the English and the French, and they would make these and promise them like the silver version of it upon victory of the siege, but I don't think that exactly happened. I'll expect that coin to do pretty well. We have a few like circa 600 Sasanian Kings, Sasanian Empire coins that will be auctioning off. Just again, it's like I want people to have opportunity to get some cool history. And then I do have a few like repunched mint marks, some of the more challenging to find varieties, 35D double die reverse, steel penny double die and double die on both dies were doubled there. 46S repunched mint mark, 70S RPM. I think that might be variety plus. Large S double die reverse, 41S nickel. Some more war nickels. I think some repunched mint marks. That one's a double die. So that one's fun. And then we have a few of the wide rim. Definitely something to look for. I recently found one in a collection that I was going through. But a few wide rim. We have a 2 feathers Buffalo nickel from 1920. Let's see what this is. So 1903. This is actually a tougher to find coin, Paraguay, but I'll pair it with a Mercury dime so that it doesn't go for like nothing. On eBay they're selling for like $10, so I thought, you know, this is I think 62.5% 30th anniversary Polish 200 zloty coin. And then this one is going to be a 1928 Ireland half crown, so 75% silver. The point is I'm trying to get a really interesting mix of available items, because that's my goal. Like, everybody's more than welcome to just hang out, and all you need to do is be in the United States, and you're automatically entered in those giveaways. And people were getting some awesome. There's one person who won 2 different giveaways in the last live stream, but I'll show you. I think some of these are going to be okay. So that's a double clip planchet Botswana 1 Thebe, but like 1870, 2 cent. Okay, I just don't want to see 2 cents. Here's like some of the error coinage we have. Nice, very off-center Roosevelt dime. Not too off-center Roosevelt dime, but different people like different amounts of off-center. Clip Planchet, 1968 quarter. That's a nice coin. Off-center. I think 1983 is kind of rare anyways, but 1983 off-center. I have 2 of them. Washington quarters. So those are fun. More McClellan. Civil War token. What else? We got a 1860, another. That one's sort of beat up, but this one, it's Hold, Our Little Monitor. Submarine that was vital for the Civil War effort for the Union. Here's the 1834. There's a little bit of damage on the front, but you know, it's for somebody who's like looking for their first half cent. I think it's a really pretty coin, and you can sort of look beyond it. 1876 quarter, seated quarter. Here is another Our Union Forever Civil War token, and then I'll keep going here. I'm just going to put back some of those coins and make sure I don't get them out of order, because I have this skew system in place so I can keep track of everything and ship them a little bit quicker. But let's see, we got more Civil War material. Like, there also could be one thing I'm a little concerned about, is that like my collection has grown quite a bit over time, and so there may be some real deals if people sort of run out of cash to spend. And speaking of cash, we have a 1808. We have a few of these up for sale. East India Company 20 cash coin. That one looks like a 10 cash, but sort of some nice toning or coloration from being at the bottom of the ocean, presumably. I don't have the shipwreck paperwork, so I'm not legally allowed to say it probably, or I just don't want to be misleading. We have a few sort of cull condition 1853 large cent, 1867 3-cent piece, 1881, that looks kind of nice. And you know, 1952, some nice Franklins. Some people were like, hey, he's selling to get out of the market. Like, most of my nicer coins right now are like in a bank deposit box. Like, I'm talking about like coins that are worth like $500 or something. And I'm not selling the majority of my coins. It's just like, again, when you move, I always think it's like doing a tag sale basically on my coin collection, and like this has proved to be a really fun way to do it as being on Whatnot. But I've been getting some fun content out of it. 1951 $50. Let's see, Peruvian one sold 50% silver, reminds me of the trade dollar. You know, so real mix of stuff. 1855 large cent with a few scratches, 1850 with some scratches. I got 1847. I think there's some rim nicks on that one. Let's see. Here is 1848. Here's a 1819. Okay, I forgot that I put that in there. It's a little bit older. 1808. Another 20 cash. Here's a 1 dime from 1887. So yeah, again, lots of stuff for type collectors. 1834. Bust half cent or half dime, and then this one has some damage on the M, but also, you know, 1853 with arrows for the type collectors out there. 1836 half dime, and then this one a little older, 1853 with arrows half dime. So it's getting serious. We got some ancient stuff too. I think that one's, let's see, Septimus, Severus, Denarius. I only have a few of these, really not too much in the way of this inventory. That one's in kind of nice condition. Severus Alexander, that I was selling for somebody else. They just wanted them, you know, they were getting offered nothing at shops. So I was like, hey, I'll just throw them in this auction. Consecratio, that has some green corrosion, as you can see, but it's actually a pleasing coin. I think the eye appeal on it, you could say, is still pretty nice. And then this was like, I made a bunch of mini WorldCoin grab bags that were fun. That's just going to be a single item. Each one of them had like either 25 or 30 cents face value of 90% silver, but just bid on it like it has $2 face value. And then there's 50 world coins that are each going to be, there may be duplicates, but older than 50 years old or more, because I made like I made 8 different lots. And so, there could be some duplicates between those lots. Now, I'm trying to look. I think it's right over here. We have a bunch of the... Oh, yeah, and this one was just, like, a larger flip, but, like, some of the no-date Type 1 Standing Liberty quarters. Let's go through this lot because I have some silver eagles as well that are kind of nice. First year 1986. If you don't want the gold plate one, or the gold color plate I should say, some of these have some cool toning on it. 1987, 1989, some vibrant colors there. 1987. These are not like the first year's. 1991. So trying to get some collectability as well for people who are interested in this type of material. 1986. It's not in the best year order here. 1989. I would say I have to talk to who's packing them, but I'm the person who packed them and has spent a lot of time doing that. I will admit that this has been quite a labor to prepare this stuff. And then the shipping, like I had my first sale, I think I sold like $5,000 worth of stuff, and I was literally shipping for like 15 hours, and I paid somebody to help me with the shipping. So just the point being, that's a nicer coin. 1878 looks like 7 tail feathers. Like the sale is great, but when you're selling this quantity of item, you need help. There's a lot of hidden costs if you are thinking about being a seller, but it's good to know that, and then you can just plan for it and buy that. That one I definitely marked as polished. You just have to calculate your margins, calculate everything with the expectation of like either you use your own time, and it's a nice way to clear out your own collection, use somebody else's as a model, and really think through from that perspective. But a lot of peace, a lot of Morgans. I think I'll show most of them because like at this point I think I'm going to go back to my bank deposit box and pick up a few more interesting world coins if I can't find enough in the world coin lots that I'm going to break down, though I think I'll be able to find some more very cool world stuff. But I just want to have a nice fun sale. If there's anything you're looking for, comment down below. I probably won't be able to get it in time if I don't already have it for the sale, just because this is happening this Wednesday, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. for some of the smaller lots. Maybe it's a nice Mercury dime or like a Barber half, and then we'll get into a lot of the bigger things. 1923S there, a lot of the bigger things more towards like the 815. The nice thing again about those giveaways though is you just have to be present, and you have to be in a U.S. address because I can't pay to ship to like anywhere in the world. Though maybe I'll do it for one. Have it be where I'll pay for literally any shipping to anywhere, because I want to make my internationals feel included. It's like more of just though a thing where I need to be more experienced with whatnot, and then gear up for I have my moving away 1884S. That's a slightly better date. Going to be moving away again, but 1878S can definitely I've had fun. If this continues to go well, another 1884S, slightly semi-key date, could envision like doing every other week, do some sales. I have some friends who like want to sell their coins and can sell it for them without them doing the effort. Just lots of different ideas, and a lot of these are like XF, not like horrible condition Morgan dollars. So I tried not to just go for the total junk for people. There was that one clean coin that didn't look great, but definitely better. That sort of has a cool. Okay, I don't know if that's green toning or if that's like something that's on the coin. Anyway, sort of getting through all these Morgans. 1885. A lot of different stuff here, but it's fun to be able to connect people, especially when like a lot of the premiums have been really high and people bid strong on a lot of stuff, but there's also, again, stuff that really goes for a loss essentially, and that's how auctions work. You lose on some, hopefully you make it back on the other. But let's see, can't tell if we're all the way through. No, I think we're almost done with our mini lot viewing. And then again, you can go to the live sale, which will also be linked in the description, and get an updated count and like a full item list of what is exactly going to be for sale, so that you can request something during the bidding. Because there's no set order of how, like, that could be something I could improve on in the future, where I have a time for each of them and it's like fully in order, but I like sort of flowing with chat, seeing what people are enjoying more, and then being able to go retrieve that stuff, focus on it. Say people want to get through all the varieties, you know, in one go. We can do like a varieties power 10 minutes or something, and then, you know, then I'll be done with the varieties. Or we can do a power world coins. You know, that would probably be more like a power 45 minutes. And then the US stuff I'm going to have all the way through. Here's a nice, I got 2 of these classic commemorative that I found. I'm holding one in my typeset still. 1893 solid coins, 1878, and then I have, I think, a few 78S. This one's also 78S, and then this also might be 78S. Let's see. Yeah, some first year Morgan dollars there. So I'll have a few more Morgans if people are really bidding that up, but I have like 40 or 50 that I'm already planning on selling. Like a lot of this stuff in the world category, like you can just see, you know, there could be some valuable stuff here, so I want to give people a chance to bid on particularly the coins that they're interested in bidding on specifically. Like, you know, there's strong bids on, you know, random. I didn't sell anything from Palestine last time. That's sort of a cool U.S. imperialism, U.S. Philippines coin, Greek, you know, so make some mini lots with this stuff. And then, yeah, I got to get through, like, what is in this bag? I don't know. This is what happens when you buy a ton of coins. That's a better 2-mark coin. Like, I'll probably have this as a listing. I don't want to... Oh, some coins fell out. Yeah, what is this? 1833, that'll certainly be... I think that's like a Upper Canada token. Yeah, you can see up and then ADA. You know, we got some toned... These are like cleaned or like polished. They're not like unks, but 1920 quarter golden, like 38. You just put together random stuff from my collection and then let it rip. 1866, 6 pence, 1913. Now it's like turning into a mini world coin hunt. That's a hammered coin. I don't know what it is, so I don't want to like mislead people, have them bidding on it. I think it's probably from like 1300. I think I looked it up once, but you know, this is the sort of thing where I'm going to try to now upload this 1790, I think, from Netherlands. Like, upload a few more of these because I've been listing them within Whatnot and then giving them SKUs myself, which has taken a super long time. I want to get this out so that you can do a little bit of research ahead of the sale and then get after it on Wednesday at 7. Little shout out to Hutt River province. That's actually, you know, it's a rare issuing entity. I paid like $10-15 to get one of these. Or maybe I think I would have had to do that, but this was like one of them, and I got the other Hutt River coin. You know, German silver in 1876, early formation, H mint. There's a lot of fun. That looks like a double tournois. So there's going to be tons of bidding. I think there's going to be a lot of fun and some good deals, and I will see you on that live stream, excuse me, starting at 7 p.m. but 8 p.m. for the official. Make sure to sign up through my link, and I'm so excited to be there. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Treasure Town, and get in touch with me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, check out my website, treasuretowncoins.com, for news and updates related to the channel and collectibles in general. Lastly, there's a link tree in the description with links to all of my other sites, as well as some affiliate links that can support the channel. But with that being said, have a great day, and I'll hope to see you on some of my videos in the future.